Councillor. Would some honourable member care to move that the House take note of miscellaneous business?
Speaker.
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's been a great week for New Zealand and a terrible week for the Labor Party, because New Zealand got the TPP and a surplus, and the Labor Party got the best advice Grant Robertson could give them. And I'll tell you why that was bad. Because, Mr. Speaker, let's just look at the TPP. 800 million potential customers, 40% of total world trade covered by the TPP. Small and medium businesses all around New Zealand who are welcoming the prospect of being able to sell their products into large, wealthy markets where we couldn't sell it before without the tariffs. So what did the Labor Party do? Well, they have spent a week trying to work out how to snatch jobs and growth and better incomes from small businesses and regions all around New Zealand. But now it's even more cunning. Now they're working out how to look like they meant to, even if they don't succeed. So now they want to look like they failed to oppose the TPP and actually support it. Only Grant Robertson could have thought of such a stupid, damaging, short-term strategy. And that's just the TPP. Let's talk about the surplus. Well, the most vulnerable New Zealanders know that because the government's books are stable, they can expect ongoing and increasing support and better public services. That's the best thing about the surplus. You'd think the Labor Party would be happy about that. So what did they do? Under genius Grant, they decided to pick the one point on which New Zealanders knew Labor are absolutely wrong and unreliable. And that is to say, the thing that's wrong with the surplus is that you've got too much debt. And of course, everyone knows the Labor Party would do a much better job of reducing the debt. Because what they would do is they would cut expenditure and manage it more tightly than the National Party. That is the one thing that no one in New Zealand believes about the Labor Party. There's a lot of other things they'd believe. They'd believe that Labor is opposed to the environmental benefits of the TPP. I think some New Zealanders would believe that. They'd believe that Labor was opposed to our tax package in 2010 that boosted revenue, actually, in a way that enabled us to get to surplus. They'd believe that Labor was opposed to the welfare reforms, which have reduced the welfare bill by upwards about a billion less than we thought just 5 years ago. But no one in New Zealand believes that the Labor Party cares more about debt and would have, in these circumstances, reduced it more quickly. So, Mr. Speaker, New Zealand economy's had a great week. Access to bigger, stronger, richer markets by our more resilient, adaptable, innovative businesses, that's got to be a plus. And in fact, the only people apart from Jane Kelsey who think it's wrong are the Labor Party. Apparently a middle-of-the-road pro-business party opposing the one thing business is most united on supporting. Well, they'll talk about what a genius Grant Robertson is. That's what they'll talk about. And, Mr. Speaker, maintaining a surplus, of course it's going to be a challenge, but the best thing about the surplus is not so much the number, it's the management of effective public services at its core. And I want to acknowledge again the ministers of our large spending portfolios in particular, the chief executives of our departments, but particularly the frontline public services who in the end carry the weight of the decisions made by government, and they have done a fantastic job, and that's why in 2017 I'll be voting National, not Labor.